This is the European hornbeam we have here at Highland Hill Farm. It's a slow-growing tree in zone 4 to 7. The leaves are simple, alternate leaves, 2.5 inches to 5 inches long. They're dark green in the summer and turn yellow to yellowish green in the fall. The bark is a smooth bark with a steel gray color to it. It develops into a tall, narrow tree, but it can also be vase-shaped in growth as it gets older. This tree will grow to about 30 to 40 feet tall. It doesn't develop a single central leader. As you can see up in there, it's going to have multiple leaders. The foliage usually concentrates at the perimeter of the branches. We sell this tree in a number of forms. We have it with what we trim up so it has tree form with a stalk, and then we also have it with branching all the way to the bottom and starting up. We grow quite a few of these, so we can ship them to you up and down the East Coast. Our telephone number is 215-651-8329. We have them ranging in heights from 8 foot to about 14 foot tall. We ball and burlap these and dig them with a machine, and we can deliver and install. It's a great tree if you have a small lot and want to have a very tight line of trees. And, you know, for example, if you have a house next to your house is next to your neighbor's house and it's quite close quarters, but you want to have some privacy, you could plant these a couple feet apart and it would develop into a privacy wall. So just give us a call at 215-651-8329 for this wonderful tree called the European Hornbeam. Thank you. This is our 6 to 7 foot emerald green arborvitae. It's a fast-growing arborvitae used for screens and buffers. It can be used in urban and rural areas as long as there are no deer in your area. It will be deer eaten if there's a heavy deer population. We measure this tree so that it's a 6 to 7. You'll see the top of the tree there's 6 foot to there, and the little tail goes up. It could go up to about 7 foot there. We dig these out ball and burlapped, and we deliver them up and down the East Coast. They're planted 3 feet apart in straight rows. It's a fast-growing tree, and it'll give you good privacy, but it needs to be in a sunny, well-drained location. If it's a wet area, don't plant this tree there. Give us a call at 215-651-8329. I'm Bill Hurst, and this is Marge, my wife. We're here at Highland Hill Farm on Route 313 in Fountainville, PA. These are a 9 to 10 foot green giant. The green giant is a very fast growing tree. It can grow upwards to 3 feet a year. And as you can see, it's measuring to 9 foot to the end of the main body of the tree, and the little tail that goes up we don't really count. These trees can be planted from 6 to 8 feet apart in straight rows or staggered rows. We do deliver and plant them up and down the East Coast, and they're great for windbreaks, screens, and buffers. If you have a heavy population of deer, the tree will be damaged slightly. What you might have to do if you have a lot of deer, you might have to spray it with some deer away. But generally speaking, if you have a minor deer population, like a deer every week or every other week walking through your yard, this tree will not be bothered. If you have a minor deer population, even the emerald greens can be eaten alive. So we recommend the green giants for a lot of windbreaks and screens and buffers for their deer resistance, their bug resistance, and another good feature of this tree is that it grows predominantly with one single leader, as you see here. Now this leader can almost be bent back to the ground. It's a very tough plant, and it takes a lot of abuse, and it can withstand a lot of wind and snow damage. It's forgiving on the soil types, and it can take a little bit of shade. The reason it can take some shade is, as you can see, it's a little bit open, A very close, dense tree like the emerald green can take no shade, but the green giant is more open, so it can live in a shaded environment. So give us a call. These are our 9 to 10 foot green giants at 215-651-8329. Thank you. This video shows the difference between a 32 to 36 inch green giant and a 36 inch plus green giant. These green giants are very fast growing, and our green giants are fairly full and trimmed in the pots. A lot of people sell them and they're going to be very thin and straggly, because this plant can grow thin and straggly unless it's trimmed. These have been trimmed, so they will be thicker and fuller. The 32 to 36 inch green giant is in this one's in a number 5 squat pot. They grow very rapidly. It can grow upwards, this plant, to about 3 feet a year. They are planted 6 to 8 feet apart in rows, and the best way to water these is with our drip irrigation. Now, this is a overhead sprinkler. We're sprinkling them here today because it's easier for us to tend this particular group with the overhead sprinkler. But for most people, they want to use the drip irrigation, not a soaker hose and not a spray irrigation. This plant has nice, deep green color. It is also deer resistant and offers some resistance to bagworms. So the plant is a very hardy plant. And if you were to take this plant and bend it right to the ground, like that, it'll spring right back. So it has great snow load resistance. Now, as you can see, this one branch here, that would be a branch I would trim back a little bit so that you don't end up with a double leader on the plant. But these plants grow fast and furiously. If you need to cover a neighbor, and you want to hide your hot, sexy wife from your prying eyes of your neighbor, this is the plant for you. So give us a call at 215-651-8329. We deliver and plant these up and down the East Coast. Thank you. This is Bill and Marge Hurst at Highland Hill Farm, and these are our 5 to 6 foot Niagara arborvitaes. The yardstick is 3 feet, and when you bring it up, you can see it goes to about 6 foot height. So we call this a 5 to 6 foot tree. The main body of the tree will end at 5, and it'll usually taper up a little bit past that. These are fast growing arborvitaes. They're used in screens and buffers. And this particular arborvitae is planted about 3 to 4 feet apart. It grows about a foot a year. And if you look at the top of the tree here, this is approximately where it started to grow this year, and it grew that much in 1 year. Thank you. These 5 to 6 foot Niagara arborvitaes are machine dug and tied up, if you're going to pick them right up. And that's what they look like tied up. And that's a 22-inch ball with a wire basket. Now, this particular burlap on this one is an untreated burlap bag, so it'll rot quickly. We also have them in treated bags if you're going to store them in a yard or something like that for an extended period of time. We ship these up and down the East Coast, and we can deliver and plant. We have quite a few thousand of them in this one field, and in the next field over you can see some green giants, so you'll be able to see the difference between the green giant and the Niagara. And as you can see, the color of the green giant is a little bit more brilliant. And that shows the difference right down through that row there. The green giant also grows with a long tapered top, spindly top, because it can grow 3 to 4 feet a year. And it's, it'll be a very, very fast growing tree. The green giant is more deer resistant than these Niagaras. So give us a call at 215-651-8329 for your arborvitae needs. Thank you. These are 7 to 8 foot Technique arborvitae. Give us a call, 215-651-8329. Thank you.